should just turn off those notifications. Jesus. Back in 1 second, then I'm going to start. Okay. Hi, everybody. How's it going today? So today is Friday. It's not a normal stream day, but two things are going on. First, I realized today's my birthday, and I wanted to stream more, but I really didn't have the drive and energy to do it. I kind of just dicked around all day. I ran some errands. I took some video, and yeah, so that's that. Secondly, I'm not going to be around tomorrow on Saturday for the Creative Saturday, so I need to do something because I don't want to leave you guys high and dry. So there is one last challenge on my composition quest log. This guy that I have been toiling over for the past couple months, and that is called Elevator Pitch, and that is to write an epic fantasy game, or that epic fantasy game you've been working on needs exactly 30 seconds of music for the app preview in the iOS App Store. Make it count. So basically, make a 30-second song and make it somewhat interesting. So that is what I'm going to do today. I figure it would be a good off 2-hour track thing, because it's not really something that I can toss over to the Patreon patrons and they can use. I'm going to post it there, obviously, but yeah, but once I finish that, I'll be done with all 3 levels of the composition quest log, and I'm sure Dan from the the Video Game Music Academy will have something ready for me like right after it. I never get a break from that guy. I think that he's out to get me personally now, which is flattering and terrifying. So I figure what I'll do is I'll just jam out something real quick. I don't know if it's going to take 2 hours. It might take an hour. It might take less than that. Usually this type of music is, I don't want to say formulaic, but since it's so short, you can't really develop a melody or anything. Well, you can, but you can't really develop like a whole lot of things. It's more like a driving force and stuff like that. So I'm thinking like taiko drums, some big ass brass, and other stuff. I want to make sure the stream is actually working. It looks like it is. Okay. So I am going to get rolling, and let's see what we can come up with. The first step. Okay, that is going. Did I minimize it? Did I minimize it? Okay, I did not minimize it. I'm not dumb. I'm not as dumb as I look. The first thing I want to do is I want to give myself a basically guidelines. I'm going to keep it at 120 beats per minute for the moment, just so I know where exactly I can go. So, time. So the song has to fit within here. First thing I want to do is probably like the first 5 seconds is going to be chill. So let's take this. This is like the logo or some kind of intro. Chill. 10 seconds can be like, oops. Build up. And then this would have some actually really good symmetry to it. Oops, there we go. Climax. Cool down. Chill. Okay, so what happens is we have like the logo, everything else, something really basic. And then we have the build up. And we can even have like a little break in here. Because those are always cool. And then we have the climax, which is like the build up except everything. And then we have a cooldown, and then we have a chill section at the end. So that's kind of the basic feeling that I have for this. Obviously, if I was working off of a video, I would just take that video and import it in here and then do like write stuff directly off that. But I don't have a video, so I think I'm just going to roll with this. Now, a lot of these kind of RPG things and everything usually go, at least the ones I did a little bit of research before I started streaming, just to see kind of what I was getting into. And a lot of the videos kind of took a fairly simple approach to the chord progressions and everything. It was more about the rhythm and the emotion rather than the actual like crazy ass chord progressions. But we might want to stick some in there anyway. There was a lot of like so stuff like that. So there's even something simple like yeah. Let's just do it with one hand. Something like that. Obviously better performed. But yeah, so I'm thinking that I'm going to probably use the piano, but not for that. So piano, I don't know if I'll need that. Create a bunch of MIDI channels here. I'm going to start dumping contact libraries into these. And yeah, contact library. This one will be strings. As much as I love the session strings, I don't feel it has the amount of versatility as the string ensemble from just the database. Actually, I really like that. It's like some kind of swirling intro, and then we can move into the build-up. And actually, I really kind of like how that worked. Yeah, that might work. Yeah. Okay. So, we'll work on cleaning that up a little bit. This might actually be something where I just work in triplets. Because that was definitely the kind of rhythm I was rolling with there. Oh my god, let's just hit every wrong note here. There we go. Hey Zelgreth, how you doing, man? I hope you are having a good Friday. Well. Yeah, I said I was going to start streaming a lot earlier, but I didn't. And it's kind of late in the day now. I actually I went out and I went out to a playground and I recorded banging on a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to get like a new sample pack. There's actually a lot of really cool stuff that I did, like grass and stuff like that. So That's in the future. I also recorded a little like talking head video, a little vlog, but the audio didn't record for some reason, so that didn't work out so well. So unfortunately, the talking head one I did not keep, but that's okay. I basically just yammered on about how it's not the end of the world if you're old, which was actually a creative exploration thing that I wanted to do anyway. So it would have been kind of an overlap. I just wanted to. One thing that I want to do is I want to get more comfortable actually like going out and recording video in the real world, because it's a little awkward to be sitting there with, a fairly nice camera pointed at yourself, talking to the camera in public. So, it was interesting. Yeah, no, and people definitely do it. Like, there's a lot of people that do it, and it's just getting comfortable doing it. I think, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it's kind of embarrassing, but really, it's like if you saw somebody like talking to a video camera, what would you think? Is it just like, oh, look at that fucking idiot? Or is it just like, oh, he's doing his thing, whatever. I don't know. I was recording and a guy like rode by on his bike and I was just like, hey, how you doing? And he said hi, and then that was it. Like it doesn't matter. Like that's like one thing that it's really hard to internalize. It's like nobody, especially strangers, nobody really cares about you. And like not in a like a malicious way. It's just that's just that that's just how it is. They just they got their own lives to live, and they don't particularly need to know. Oh, Atherum. That's actually not a bad thing to do. Like a bad way to think about it either. They're just reporting on something or they're talking. Like, yeah, I like that. And it's just once you like, I think at least for me anyway, I think that once I just do it a lot, it'll be second nature. Like I wasn't. I have I didn't do this, but I wanted to put on my little GoPro rig, and I want to do hands free, and I wanted to walk around like this. It's like, hi, you're on camera, but I didn't do that. I might at some point. When I was at Magfest, I saw some people walking around the con with rigs like this, or like had a chest rig. Doodle dude. Hey, don't take that out of context. It's nobody, no stranger cares about you. Listen, everybody cares about you. It's just they don't care about what you do unless you're actively like hurting other people, or that stranger themselves is a gigantic asshole, and it's just they want to mess with they want to mess with your steez. So just it's so easy to ignore people. And there was a picture I saw floating around. It might have been on Facebook or something, where it's just like from the ages of 20 to 30, you care so much about what other people think, and then from 30 to 40, you don't really care anymore, and from like 40 onward, it's like you just do whatever you want. Nobody cares. That is a very poor retelling of it, but it's yeah, it's just. What am I looking for here? I'm looking for the like emotional piano, mega brass. It's just like the older you get, the less you care about what other people think about what you're doing. Well, yeah, Zelgrith, there's definitely a threshold there. So this Mega Brass thing is super cool. 50 plus you photobomb other people. Yeah, I was kind of sitting with my back to a lake, so nobody could just like walk up behind me. It was very, very quiet there anyway, which is nice. Um, so yeah. Zelgrith, the theme is the last one on my composition quest log. It is to write basically 30 seconds of music for a fantasy game or a soundtrack for like an iOS app ad or preview or, whatever. So So my thoughts were to create a chill intro. Now let me make these a little easier to read. A chill intro, have a build up, have a break in the middle here, and have like a climax or a repeat of the intro, and then have a cooldown of here and then a chill. So it's like this is where the logo is. It's like rated 5 out of 6 out of 5 out of IGN.com. And then, at the end it has like the logo and everything else. So I'm trying. This is actually a weird challenge for me because something like this is a lot easier if you have a video to work with. So I'm just kind of working off. Feeling more than anything else right now, and there's nothing wrong with that. Of course, it's just it's how it works. Hey Jay, how you doing? I did not say hello. But, things are going okay. So what I want to do is I want to... no screenshots or anything. No, this is all hypothetical. At Thorum, this is actually for something called the Composition Quest Log. If you aren't familiar with these are produced by the Video Game Music Academy. And it's basically just a bunch of music challenges. He has 3 of them out right now, and probably a 4th one pretty soon. But yeah, like the entire text for the challenge is called that epic, or it's called Elevator Pitch, and it's called that epic fantasy game you've been working on needs exactly 30 seconds of music for the app preview in the iOS App Store. Make it count. I mean, that's all you have to run with, and. Yeah, like it's a pretty cool challenge. I just need to figure out the kind of general direction. But since it's like epic fantasy, I don't want to get super electronic with it. I want to try to stay pretty acoustic or orchestral. I'm probably going to bring in taiko drums because everybody loves dem taikos. Yeah, the VGMA quests are like really, really good. Oh, thank you so much for the tweet out, Olofsson. Got there. Selgrith, you just go right to that, don't you? I appreciate that. Yeah, so well worth it. And like I do these sometimes during the 2-hour track challenge just because they're good prompts. That's actually pretty surprising. Yeah, definitely a Thorum, and like the guy that runs it, I believe his name is Dan. I've chatted with him before. I'm just bad with names. He's a super cool guy, and yeah, he actually runs a Facebook group too. It's fairly active. I think they have like 800 or so followers, and it's if you're a Facebook person, not everybody is. I barely am. Unfortunately, yeah, I am not a fan. Thank you, Jay. I'm glad that it was Dan and not like Doug. Unfortunately, like I don't like the way that he markets it. I feel like it's old world marketing where everything's behind like an email wall or something like that, but that's how it is. He does not spam that list very often. I think he sends something out once a week. So, if you do follow it or if you do sign up for his email, like it's not the end of the world. Okay, which one am I looking for? My favorite one. Okay, so this needs a little bit more compression, but it's going to get there. I feel like my volume is a little low, so let me know if the volume is too low or if it's just my headphones. It is entirely possible that it's one or the other. Okay, so I want to get a little bit more expression in here. Yeah, Jay. That email, and I honestly, I've been looking at those master classes myself, so it's. I asked him on Twitter if he actually personally took those classes or if he's just kind of saying that they're a good idea if you wanted to expand your craft. If he took those classes and he recommends them, I will definitely buy them because I trust his opinion. I feel like he has a good bead on kind of where things are going. Plus, I mean, I respect both of those artists, so I mean, it's not that big of a deal either way. It's just, it's like $100. So, although it is my birthday, I should ask my wife to give me them. Be like, hey, wife, give me some learning. I asked for a bunch of little pocket operators. I haven't gotten my birthday presents yet, so I don't know if I got that or something else. She loves giving presents, so I know she got me something, even though I say that I don't really need anything. So, yeah. Pocket operators are super cool, though. I want to play with them, and if I don't get them for my birthday, I'm probably going to go out and buy a couple. Oh, thank you, Athorum. And this isn't like the Ben birthday stream, although I considered naming it that just to be a dick. But honestly, it's like I just wanna hang out for a bit, and I had basically the day off. My work is nice where if it's your birthday, they say you can work from home and just, make sure that you don't start anything on fire and you should be okay, which is nice. But it was cool. Like I said, I went out to the park and I recorded a bunch of sound effects that I'm going to cut up and turn into a video and a sound pack at some point, probably this weekend, maybe later. And that'll be fun. So this is going to be super triplet heavy, and I actually kind of like that. You get those tick-ticks. Yeah, so it's been a good day so far. Even though, like, Christine had to work, my wife had to work, so I haven't really seen her all day, which sucks. But okay, so this is super loud. think I just want to make this a little quieter. It's very bass heavy. Okay. We're kind of figuring it out as we go here. I might have to run an EQ through this because it's very, very heavy in a lot of parts. But, you know. This has an attack that I don't like. And it also has a reverb that I don't like. I don't know if Mega Brass is exactly what I need here. Let me try something else. Honestly, a lot of these defaults are really good. Yeah. I might just need one. So let's grab one more. Let's grab one more contact thing and pull something else in. I think like a xylophone might be what we're looking for here. That coupled with another string section for layering, I think is exactly what we need here. So we go like this, change this to a yeah. It's loud, but we can fix that. Oops. That's what it is. I was playing it wrong before. So anybody have any fun plans for the weekend? I don't really know what I'm doing. Actually, no, that's a lie. I do know what I'm doing. I'm going to an art show tomorrow. And which my wife is in. She is selling jewelry, and I'm offering moral support and lifting capabilities. Okay, so I ran with the triplets at the beginning, and now I kind of regret it. So I'm going to anime and games. That's not a bad combo. So I'm going to change this so it's a little... Actually, before I do that, just in case. Let's just put this over to the side so I don't lose it. Yeah, if you do, let me know. I'll try to swing by. I can't guarantee anything just because of my schedule. Okay, so these need to be up higher. That's fair. Yeah, I'd love to see what you're up to and like what you do, and yeah, supporting those who support me and all that jazz. It's mad late. Since it's Friday, I'm going to hang with friends and be leaving now. Try to listen to the car as usual. Yeah, no worries, man. Drive safe as always. Hopefully you have a good evening. Yeah. Yeah, I think that this will go well. Like I said, I don't think it'll take the full 2 hours, but hell, it's already been 30 minutes, so what do I know? No. That is like a second hit on it. I don't want that. Oh, that's a bird. I was like, I thought I heard an alarm go off or something. I have the windows open a little bit. Okay, how does this... Yeah, okay, so rolling with triplets was a bad idea. Let's just go like this. And I kind of want to EQ this so the taiko drums aren't as bassy, just because they're really getting in my way right now. Okay. Obviously, we need more layers. We need to kind of keep bringing things up, but actually roll. I think there is yeah, crash rolls. This is what I'm looking for. It might be loud, and I apologize. Yep, it's not. So we go like this. Oops, and go like this and then like this. Yeah, so we just got to rely on some good old-fashioned reverb here. That is too small. I think I need a larger... Yeah. I think I need a cymbal that is... has a little bit... a little bit different sound to it. You heading out too, Jay? Okay. Okay. So that's too loud. That's too quiet. Oh, gotcha. You're so nice. Yeah. Gotta assimilate. Yep. Get some water or something. just walking in circles at work anyway. Yeah, days like that are no fun. I wonder if I change this to tremolo, how that would change the overall feel. Okay, it doesn't change it the way I want, but I think that I can go like this and get the feeling I want with just those notes, because if you do too many notes, it gets a little much. But if I just touch it, just do a little. So, I mean, this is too bouncy. Can I use like sforzano or whatever it's called? That's the xylophone though. That's not going to help. There we go. One thing I want to do, let's just go like this. Make this a little bit longer. And join these together. Go away. It doesn't go lower, huh? So the thing is, like, I only have 4 bars to like, not only introduce this theme, not theme, but just kind of style. This stuff is hard, man. It needs some like offbeat stuff, but hey, AJ. How you doing today, AJ? I have actually never played Skyward Sword, but I own it. I just have never gotten around to playing it. But now I'm interested. I'm interested in what that sounds like now. Glad to hear it, AJ. So I think what I need is more polyrhythmic stuff. Partially... partially having things that are just more interesting to hear. And I'll just do this lead right now. This is the classic. I'll make that a little louder. Cool. Get rid of those. A YouTube tutorial you put on. I actually just put on another YouTube tutorial, which was related to like video editing. But yeah, no, I'm glad that you found the channel, man. It really means a lot to me that people are coming out of the woodwork and saying such nice things to me over the past week. It's kind of weird. but kind of awesome. I am actually streaming on YouTube now, if that is your preferred service to watch videos on. I've been doing multi-stream lately, which is kind of cool. It took a little while to get used to, and I'm not fully happy with how everything is, but overall it's a really nice way to just get content out there. So I have a feeling that I used this penny whistle in the last one, but it's just such a dang good instrument that I'm going to use it again, because it cuts through things so well. Yeah, I hear you. It's got a neat little YouTube logo by it. Yeah. Um, yeah, and that's totally fine. You do whatever you want. Caxan. Caxan. This is a challenge inspired by the composition quest log. It is to basically write a 30-second musical piece that could be used in a app preview for like a fantasy game. So you need to make 30 seconds of music that conveys, action adventure in a fantasy setting. So I have my little guide up here. I have like 2 bars of chill, 4 bars of build up, a break, the climax of the song, a cooldown, and more chill. And this totals 30 seconds. And so I'm just trying to kind of make things work in here. Right now, I'm just I'm filling in gaps, trying to make things work. And I'm thinking maybe I can do the tongued one. That's kind of a cool sound, but it needs some compression. Everything needs compression. That's what makes things sound good, right? There's a lot of things going on here, and I don't even know if I need a complicated lead like I just made. I actually think that I'm not going to do that. Yeah. And then just do a utility and kind of cut out this end here because it ends abruptly. These strings are so loud. No, these aren't loud enough. Okay, I don't like this rhythm. I want to mess with this more. Ugh, that's so much better. Cool. I need to make it feel less bouncy and happy. I feel like this is something that's a little bit more serious. Which is, you know, it's all in the mind. It's getting there. It's just easier this way. There we go. Oop. Yeah, I kind of need all the notes, don't I? Okay. This rhythm is too boring. There we go. That was a super easy fix. 'Kay. I'm just trying to figure out all the weak points in this, because right now there's a lot of weak points. "30 seconds isn't a long time, man." I think this would be easier. gonna try to pare this down. I like that it starts simple and then gets really complicated, and then just try to like bring it back to the simple stuff again. I think that's kind of neat. What's another good? I could try. This xylophone isn't doing it for me anymore. I thought that it would be a good like counterpart to the strings, but it isn't really. I like playing trombone. Let's put a trombone in there and see what happens. Maybe we get some magic. Wow, that is the shittiest trombone I've ever heard. Sometimes these packs aren't. It's also an octave higher. It sounds dumb. You give it a little bit. It still sounds kind of dumb. Okay, what I'm thinking is we have kind of this build here, and then we can switch it up and like do something completely different over here. Like we keep this, but we change the rhythm all around, and then we just like do the like huge like brass things. See if we can get just a different rhythm going on here. Okay. I'm just gonna take this and give it a little bit of a swell at the end of each bar. Probably do that a little bit more controlled. That's kind of a crappy way of doing it. Go like this. That should be a little better. feel like I'm shooting myself in the foot in a couple of these places. I also don't think I should just rely on the taiko drums. I need to get some other drum stuff in here just for rhythm, because right now the taiko drums are very bass heavy, and I don't want bass. I want rhythm. So I'm going to go into some field recording transients. Sounds kind of like action film. Yeah. Hey, Lash Ghost, how you doing? I am. My day's going all right. Yeah, this is for a fictional, made up trailer for a video game. That's the challenge for today. So I'm just trying to find a couple. Okay. I'm just trying to find a couple. Like strike sounds. I think that'll help. Yeah, and that's kind of what I was thinking. Something that has a little click sound. And is okay to listen to and doesn't get like in the way. That's kind of the big thing. It's loud, but it might be the right instrument. Oh, those were recorded in stereo. I thought those were monophonic. Hey, how you doing? Nice to see you again. I don't know what to call this. Fictional fantasy game trailer. It's kind of boring. It's the 28th today. Of course it's the 28th. I should know what day it is. What should I call this? I got a text message. God, I'm so bad at naming songs. And really, like this one, I don't know what to call it because it's for an imaginary game that doesn't exist. So I could be Abstraction Man trailer theme. Yeah, let's do like some kind of, what would be, well, don't worry about it. I mean, these are all recorded, and you're always welcome to check them out after the fact too. Think of a cheesy game name. Battle for Ion trailer theme. That's what I'm trying to think of, Jay. There's no game name given. It's just that it's an app preview in the iOS store, so you need 30 seconds of music for it. So, Battle for Ion trailer theme. Sure. There's a lot of things I don't like about this, though. Oh yeah, Abstraction Man is super cheesy. Which is, I like it too. little bit, yeah. It really does. There's something about this pattern I really hate, and I can't pin down what it is. Yeah, I can't say that this is one of my favorite 2-hour track challenges, but that's okay. They can't all be winners, as much as I'd like for them to be. This one is actually one of the challenges that I've been dreading, just because it's so out of my wheelhouse that it's difficult to find purchase in it. Has some tribal sounds, jungle adventure, yeah. I can dig that. It's hard to find. What was that? There was it wasn't a multi-pack, was it? Oh yeah, thank you, pizza. That's nice of you to say. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for. There was like. There was a really cool. I'm not gonna find it. There was a really cool like rising string sound, and I don't know where it is. That I think would fit well here. And it's not that I don't think the sound itself is good. I just feel like I'm missing something in it. And I don't know what that something is. Sorry, I just need to check on something real quick. Sure. Maybe. It's just having some more having a little bit more velocity in these would help. Bassline might help too. I was kind of hoping that the Mega Brass would pick up the slack there, but I think that's the other problem where it's just there and it doesn't do anything. So maybe if I go like this. No. Yeah, you're right. I should try to and I'm not adverse to adding like a little bit of an electronic flair to it, just because kids these days and their action video game fantasies, there's always some kind of electronic element, so I might go like this. And give it a little bit more zip, zip-a-dap, zoop, zip, zoop, zoop. And maybe we can make something cool out of this. Oh, come on. That's too quiet. Get some acid bass in there. That definitely helps, I think. It's loud. Like this is something that I want in the background, and I want more of the high end than the low end. Like I'm more interested in getting more rhythmic stuff. Or maybe not, who knows? Okay, so let's keep working. Keep working on this, and there's always time to go back and fix things, but if I run out of time before I actually finish the whole thing, that'll be a problem. So... I actually kind of like this. Nah, I lied. I don't like it. I'll have that quieter, but just adding some weirdness to it. See what I can do. Reverse. Oh, right. I should get these in the correct place. And yeah, so maybe what I should do is in the second part here, I can have like a similar rhythm, but I actually overlay some actual drums and stuff. You know, maybe Ion is based in a tropical jungle. So what I need right now is I need maybe I can just straight up go like this. Drum loops. See if I can get like a nice like breakbeat almost or something in there. Oh, cool. Yeah, we'll do that in a little bit then. I've played the Overwatch Uprising a couple times, and it's a lot of fun. But it would be more fun to play with people who didn't drop out halfway through, because they just want to waste people's time. I seriously played like 3 of those games in a row where it was just like me and somebody else, and everybody else just drops right away, right after they connect. And it's like, well, that was a good waste of 5 minutes waiting to connect and get everything set up, and now you're gone. 170 divided by 2 is 65. That's kind of funny, but not what I'm looking for. No, it's 85, not 75. Yeah, I figured it out. These aren't gonna work. Like, I'm just trying different stuff here. It's actually a super cool sounding loop. I wish it said what the tempo was. Oh yeah, well, I mean, these are all sampled from somewhere else, so I'm sure one of them was like actually Ace of Base or something else. Yeah, this actually sounds really cool. So what I can do is I can take this and yeah. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we've got some juice. I like that. It's too much reverb, but I like that. I think another one of the problems that I have with this song is mastering. Everything's really loud. And if everything's really loud, nothing really comes through very well. Yeah, and that's kind of what I wanted. I want this to be like the build up to like establish some stuff, and then have like the, oh, this is all the action in the game, blah 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 blah, blah, and you know, then kind of roll with it from there. That loop in itself is actually really fun. I might have to come back to that and mess with it a little bit more. I don't even know. Let's take out a lot of the... yeah. I like how that comes in. Okay. Honestly, that's lame. Go away. It's I don't know what's going. There's something in here that is missing, and I have a feeling it has to do with the frequency spectrum. Like there's I need a high instrument that that something just feels like unnatural about it, and I can't place. I just can't place where it is, and it's driving me a little crazy. It might be unnatural is probably the wrong word. I feel like when you have a song, it's mixed up of a lot of different frequencies. Like you have the lows, which is like the bass, the mids, which is like maybe the drums and the lead, and then there's all these highs. And the highs are important because they gives the song sparkle. It gives it space, it gives it movement, and right now I don't feel like there's any movement in this song, and I don't know why, and it's actually really bothering me. I feel like I'm listening to it like through a radio, if that makes it sound any different. Like it feels like it's missing something out of the song that should be there. That's classy. It is and it isn't. Like I agree with you. Like there should be some kind of change once the build up gets there, but by the same token, I also feel like it should I don't know how to say it. it kind of helped. Yeah, that helped a little bit, because when we get into this part, it's not as necessary anymore. Because we have the drums, and with the drums are very good, especially the hats. The drums are very good at filling in those high notes. So it's just trying to figure it out. But hey, that's why we do these things. You gotta learn. And not just learning how to, make something, but also learning when you're missing something, like in this case. Because I'm definitely missing something. I just can't pinpoint what it is. And I also understand that I am probably my own harshest critic, so it's entirely possible that I'm missing something that I don't need to fix. But hey, I wonder what happens if I do this. That actually helps a lot. Just gives you a little bit of a shuffle. Bring that down a little bit more. And so what I want to do now, I think that I'm happy with that for the moment. I want to work on this build up a little bit more by adding just floppy ass bass. See if I can get this operator working with me again, because I want something that sawtooth. Oh boy. Nah. I think analog is the way to go for this. Yeah, I mean, just go like that. I'll line it up because I have no rhythm. Actually, some of these are okay. Others aren't. I messed with the percussive rhythm here, so I should match that up. The problem with this is that it's just, again, it's just dull. Oh, right. Can't do that. What am I changing here? Sustain. Blop. So. I like the second part. Surprisingly, this is going to take all 2 hours. It's always the ones that I think, oh, this is going to take an hour, that take forever. Okay, and then... Right, I was going to change some notes around. Andy, it is not a track for a game that exists. It is for a challenge to create a 30-second, basically, app preview for like the iOS store. I am going off of the Composition Quest log challenges, and the challenge is to create a 30 seconds of music for the app preview in the iOS App Store for an epic fantasy game. It's proving to be far more difficult than I expected. I can't remember if I've gone over that lately, but that's what I'm doing. So it's not for an actual game, but it's for a hypothetical game. Yeah, and it's a good challenge, but it's one of those things where it's like, this should be really easy, and then I started doing it, and I'm like, oh, this is actually really hard. So, it's cool. We'll get it done. Like, I'm not worried that we'll finish in time or anything. No, that's not what I wanted. Excuse me. Yeah, I try to do it for a living. It's not my primary source of income, but it's definitely. It is definitely something that I do quite frequently. These challenges are something that I try to do at least once a week to keep me fresh, for lack of a better word. Want to end on a happy note, because that's how you're going to get people to buy your game. Be like, oh yeah, feel those chills, or something. Yeah, thank you, pizza. Usually Wednesday evenings is when so I'm going. Okay, I'm going. Yeah. Wednesday evenings is when I generally stream. I'm streaming today because two reasons. One, I'm not going to be able to stream tomorrow, at least at the normal time. And it's my birthday, and I wanted to do something neat. So I'm doing something neat. This is the string ensemble with sustain. Perfect. Why is it so quiet? Oh, yeah, that would do it. So I'm going... Thanks, man. Let's get the right notes, though. Yeah, and I mean, I wanted to stream more today, but I had kind of I wouldn't even call it a hectic day. It's just one of those days where you didn't really want to do anything. So I didn't do anything because, hey, it's my birthday. I do whatever the hell I want. I do what I want. Oops. And bring the hold pedal over here. I kind of want to bring this over more so we can sit on that chord a little bit. Computer I was connecting to losing power. Oh no. That's the worst, especially if like especially if that remote computer is very, very far away from where you're sitting. I used to, back when I had a different job with more lax security protocols, I used to just remote desktop into my home file server, and then I could just surf the web off that all day and not have them track my movements because it was all through, you know, not even VPN, it's just file or screen sharing. Oh. Yeah, I like that. It actually kind of came together really fast at the end, which is surprising because usually it doesn't. But yeah. So, I mean, that's basically the song. I've got 27 minutes or so to try to fix it up a little bit. But I also heard that somebody is waiting for me to play Overwatch. Tim from Insert Coin Theater wants to play a little Overwatch. too cheesy. There we go. This actually needs to be a different thing. And we can toss this over here into a... yeah, and I would actually kind of like to try doing that. Way too low. Yeah, doing like an extended version of this or something would be kind of fun. But, you know, this is the challenge. Do the challenge. Tell Dan that I win again. All right, let's listen to it now. Cool. Well, it looks like we're just about done with this sweet little challenge. Cool. That's it. We should probably do a little bit of mastering on this just to kind of even it out a little bit. It's all over the place. So that's a thing. But overall, it's I think it's pretty well formed. Let's just go like this. Oh yeah. I am doing a lot of compensating in the EQing, which is technically not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to go through each channel and EQ it individually, but globally EQing this I think helped a lot actually. It still feels weird in the front end. Whoops. Yeah, that's not going to help. Okay, let's listen to it all the way through this time. Cool. That's pretty much it. So what do you guys want to do for 20 minutes? Let's hang out. Let's talk about stuff. What is up with you? I'm just going to export this real quick so I don't forget. yeah, let's talk. Let's talk about stuff. You guys like talking about stuff? Something else of you? Sure, man. Let me show you the song I made on Wednesday. It's called Clear Uncertainty. And, pizza, that sucks. I've done that to my back before. It sucks. So, Andy, this is something that I made on Wednesday during the 2-hour track challenge. And I think the theme was to create something with like a memorable hook, which I can't really say that I succeeded at, but I really dig this song. I think the volume's okay. Yeah, it's good. Hi, Doodle Dude. I like this piano part. What would I call this genre? I'm super bad with genres. This is probably a mix between something like down tempo, maybe chill out. It's not like EDM or electronica or anything like that, but it's electronic music. I mean, the percussion has like a little bit of trap in it, like it's halftime. There's like very heavy, the genre is music. Yeah. But I don't just do chill out music either. Like, if you want another thing that I did recently, I did a chiptune track. Oh, really? I played Metroid Prime a long time ago, and I had a lot of fun with it. So last weekend there was a video game challenge going on. People making a video game called the Ludum Dare. The challenge was to make a video game over the course of a weekend, and I spent last weekend making a ton of video game loops. I ended up making 10 loops over the course of like 48 hours, which is exhausting and also pretty cool. And I made one chiptune track, which is this. Yeah, I kind of didn't. Stealing is the wrong word, but I appropriated the chord progression, which is such a fun progression. It's like C minor. Oh wait, no, there it is. So it's if you're going with the Roman numeral scales, it would be 6 minor 7, or a minor 6, 7th chord. I guess that's the proper way of saying it. To a 7 minor, to a 1 major. So it would be A flat minor, B flat minor, C major. Good stuff. But yeah, let's just hang out for a little bit. I don't got anything else going on for another 10, 15 minutes. I want to go over and play some Overwatch with Tim, but I don't know if I'm going to stream it just because I'm really bad, and I don't know if I want people to see that. Although I will send a link to Tim's channel when I log off. Yeah, that is it. So, how are you guys doing today? I like I said when I started this recording, when I started the stream rather, I recently, or I went out and I recorded some video and stuff for a sample pack that I'm going to put together probably this weekend or next week, and I also sat down and recorded like a little vlog thing, which office all day, man, that sucks. It's no fun. Yeah, happy it's the weekend. That's for sure. But I recorded a little vlog thing about my birthday and getting older. Unfortunately, only produced music for 2 hours today. You gotta get cracking, man. Oh, man. Yeah, that's that's some weird ass weather. We've been having. I live in Minnesota, and it has rained and snowed and been 70 degrees and also very windy. Caxton, not yet. I'm having my birthday party with my family on Sunday. My wife had to run off to work today, so I didn't really get to see her this morning. So I'm sure once everything gets rolling, I'll see what I get. Aside from that, getting back to what I was talking about, I wanted to do a vlog thing about getting older and just my thoughts on that, but I lost the audio for it. It just didn't record for some reason. I probably forgot to hit the button. That's the most likely reason. And what I wanted to talk about was just how, as I got older, I felt like the more doors opened up to me, and I don't know if that's the case for everybody. Like, I can't talk for everybody in that regard, but I feel that when I was in my teens, I was stuck in high school with like dealing with being an outcast and all that other crap that that just happens to some people, I guess. I was not a very social person, and that bit me in the ass. But beyond that, when I was in my 20s, I was just busy trying to get a job and keep a job. I bounced between a lot of jobs, and what those jobs that I had were very, very time intensive. Like I was freelancing for a lot of people, and freelancing takes up a lot of time, especially if you have a day job already. I was working at Office Max and in the copy center because I had a degree in graphic design, so I knew how to run printers and computers and actually set that stuff up. Which was a good job. I actually really liked that job because it was never boring. Like, you never really did the same thing every day, which was nice. Because sometimes you had to collate like a bunch of crap, but usually you only did that for a day, and then the next day you're making business cards or you're helping somebody with their projects, and it was a good job. Like, if I ever retire and I need something to do, I'll probably work at a print shop. But when I finally got to my 30s, that's when I started feeling like I had the means and the finances to actually start working on my own stuff. And the one thing I really like about that is that I'm able to focus on it more. And I think that it's important to do that because even though I've been making music all my life, I haven't really focused on it as like a profession until I was like 30. Pizza, I turned 36 today. So it's like a lot of people ask, I go on Reddit a lot, and I go on to like We Are the Music Makers and EDM production, stuff like that. And there are always people who are saying, well, I'm 23. Am I too old to get into music production? And it's like, fuck no, you're not. Even if you're 50, you're not too old to get into music production. It's like nobody's going to be Mozart. Nobody's going to be like Deadmau5. But that doesn't mean that you can't do it and you can't find satisfaction from doing it. Yeah, exactly, Athorum. There's so many people out there who really like, who started late in life, and it's not even late. Like, it's just starting. If you want to start, you should start. I think that's like the message that I want to get out there. And there's a creative exploration video in there somewhere. Yeah, and Andy, you're absolutely right there too. Like 10, 15 years ago, it was actually very hard to write music as a hobby, at least on the computer. Because when you wrote music on the computer, it was very clunky. Like, you could sit down on a piano and tinker with stuff. I remember when I was very little, in music class, like I said, in high school, I was a loner. In music class, I used to tinker with stuff all the time. I created little things, what was it? I made that probably 20 years ago. And it's like, it sounds cool. It sounds very like classical-esque. But it's just like, I didn't have a computer to transcribe that into. Eventually, I got a computer, but it didn't, like, the technology wasn't there. I was writing things on sheet music. And there's another song that I wrote a long time ago. I feel like this piano isn't very loud, but maybe it's just my my headphones. I really still love this chord progression. I use it all the time. This is C major to F major 7. I think people only listen to their own or one made music. I think this whole thing is going to explode. Andy, it's an interesting point, and I think that to some degree that's already happened. I feel that dubstep and EDM in general, but dubstep specifically, was kind of the start of the homemade electronic music bubble, because bad dubstep, there is good dubstep and like electro and all this other stuff, but bad dubstep is so easy to make. Like, I have sample packs in here that would literally be, I could make a song by just dropping loops on top of each other. And I think a lot of people did that, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that's when the market got a little saturated, I think, because it was so easy. Like it was the right confluence of things that was just like, oh, suddenly the technology is easy enough to get to. It's a genre that's relatively easy to make if you know the basics of it and you know how to search up for things on YouTube. It's not a technically complex genre if you're just going with the basic stuff. Like I said, I'm not shitting on the genre because it's bad. I'm just like the easy version, easy mode dubstep is very, very easy to make, and I think a lot of people made it, which is why it got so popular. And just EDM in general, like trance music is the same way, and Filter House, oh my god, that's so easy. And again, I'm not taking a dump on those genres. It's just that's how it is. But yeah, like I think that people will always keep making music in whatever form is easiest. Like especially now, like I've seen people writing music in GarageBand on their iPad with just a normal microphone, and that's viable. It's totally viable, and it's a new era. I want to get, yeah, Andy, if you would have listened to the quote unquote amateur music from 15 years ago when I started really writing stuff, it was way different. And SectionZ.com, I don't know if you're familiar with Section Z. They actually are a record label, or they were. I don't know if they disbanded, but they basically had Savant and a couple other people. But SectionZ.com, 15 years ago, Section Z was a social media site for musicians. It was kind of like SoundCloud, except very, very focused on music makers. There wasn't really a whole lot that non-music makers could do on the site. And that's actually where Deadmau5 cut his teeth as well. And Deadmau5's early music, it wasn't as good. And that's not bad. That's not a bad thing. He was still an incredible producer. But compared to where things are now, it's just how it is. And he's really good now. And but yeah, a lot of the indie music back in the day, God, I sound old, but back in like the early 2000s and stuff, it was very simple. And hell, if you wanted to listen to the stuff that I wrote back in the day, I have an album for free. I have an album out there that that you can download called Formative, which is the music that I wrote between 1998 and 2004. Oh yeah, no, Deadmau5, and trust me, I was not trying to belittle him, but his music was much, much simpler 20 years ago, which makes sense. But even some of his very, very early stuff, there is a song that he wrote called Aural, Aural, Aural Synapse. And that was one of the songs that got me into electronic music. I mean, honestly, like he was still, and I call the album Formative for a reason, because it was a very, very formative time in my life for making music. Ugh. And yeah, like, I don't know. I'm just rambling now. I've rambled for almost 20 minutes, so that's kind of cool. Oops. But yeah, like the main thing is that, like, if you want to start music, just start writing music. You're never too old, even if you're 90 years old. If you get satisfaction out of it, who cares if you become super famous? And if you start writing music with the intent of becoming super famous, you're doing it wrong. And I think that goes for pretty much all art. Whoa. So it's like, yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff out there. And you're right, Andy. I think that people will have more access in the future to write things, but I don't know how much more. What's the word? How much more prolific people will be for who they aren't writing music. Like, I think that it'll become more of a hobby for some people, but that doesn't mean that they're gonna like write their own music and then listen to their own music exclusively. I mean, I want more people to write music. I think that writing music is, yeah. Oh yeah, Andy. I'm not. Trust me, I know about that. But like, I think more people will better understand how music is created, and hopefully have a better appreciation for that. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And having your art recognized is very different than trying to make a living off of it. Like, I would love to make a living off of streaming and making music and doing commissions for stuff like that. And maybe someday that'll happen. But like right now, just being able to look over and see people talking and chat, that actually means a ton for me, that people are interested in kind of sitting down and spending an afternoon with me, even though all I've done for the last 20 minutes is ramble and play like 5 different chords on my piano. There it is. But yeah, and it's difficult. Changing a hobby into a business takes time. Yeah, it's a very deliberate step that you have to make it work. And I'm making that transition slowly. I'm going to keep working on it. And really, when people say don't quit your day job, I think that shouldn't be a discouragement. That just means that you just need to be very confident in your income and the work that you do before quitting your day job. Like, I still have a day job, and thank goodness that I do, because I would be living out of a cardboard box under a bridge, hopefully close enough to a Starbucks so I could steal their Wi-Fi. Because I would not make it in the real world if this was my day job. But it's getting there. Like, I have commissions lined up that I need to do. And there are definitely people out there who buy the albums that I release. So, I mean, it's a battle of attrition. You just have to be more patient than the universe, I guess. And you can hope to make it big, but you should never plan on it. Yeah, Jay, and like, I'm not shy about revealing that information. It's just like, I don't know. Like, when people hear that like you have a day job, sometimes they think that you're less of an artist. So, oh man, if it's that late, you should get some sleep, man. Hopefully I'll be around sometime this weekend. Otherwise, I'll be doing my normal stream next Wednesday. I do, and I say this a lot, but I do want to do more streams just in general, because it helps keep me focused on actual work rather than just dicking around online. So let's play a little bit more piano, and then I'm gonna head out. I will send you guys over to the Insert Coin Theater group, because most likely I'm going to head over there and bug Tim. Tim is a super cool guy. I've been chatting with him a lot lately. He's a great content creator. It's just beam.pro/insert coin theater. And I'm probably going to be playing some Overwatch with him on voice chat for a little bit. And yeah, so I'll send that link when I log off. But until then, let's play another minute or two of piano, see if we can come up with something interesting. And seriously, that was a really good talk. I'm glad that I was able to chat about that because when I did the recording, I didn't like pour my guts out or anything, but I talked pretty sincerely into the camera, and I was kind of bummed when the audio didn't come through. So it's just how it goes. The gist of it, though, was just if you want to make something, make it, and don't let people tell you you're too old because you're not. Whoop. I don't know where I was going with that. That's like my new favorite chord. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Okay. What chord would that be? I don't know if I got that right. I'm super bad at sight reading stuff. It'd be minor 1. I think I got it. There it is. Either way, yeah, Jay, that's a cool chord progression. I need to sit down and I need to learn music better. I need to learn me more music because I don't always know what I'm doing, but sometimes it sounds neat. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out and being a part of this stream. We made a pretty neat song overall, even though it was a little truncated just because it was so short. But anyway, I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to post the link for Tim's chat or Tim's stream if you want to bounce over there. Unfortunately, he's on Beam. He's not on Twitch. But Beam is a pretty cool service as well if you haven't checked it out. There's a lot of really talented people over there. So anyway, you guys have a great rest of the night, and I'll see you later. Whoop, there's the button. Take care.